Hi, what's going on YouTube? This is Alvin from Spiritual Fire Productions, and I'm right back with another video, another short video today. Today's video is just gonna be talking about regrets and what God actually says about it in the Bible, about regrets in this world, this life, and the choices and decisions that we've made in our life. So before I get into this message, if you're new to my channel, and if you already have subscribed, I just encourage you other ones to like, subscribe, hit the bell for more notifications on more content on my channel. And also, if you all have like any input and stuff, you're welcome to put it in the comments. And once again, I thank you all for watching my videos. And thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you for joining. All right, so getting into today's message today, which talks about regrets in this life and what God says about this life. Okay, so one of the things, the first point that I just want to make is that life is what you make it. Okay, everything that's put into this world, everything that's put in front of us, everything that's right in front of our eyes, everything is only temporarily. Just like this world's temporarily, our lives are, temporary. We're put on this earth for a reason, and we're given certain tests. Yes, God gives us free will, and the choices that we make in our life is totally, up to us. That's why God put these things in front of you. Just like, for example, let's just say alcohol, um, pop, and water. Now, two of those choices are healthier than the other one, so it's obvious. But those other two choices are also unhealthier, even though one is also worse than the other. Even though those other two are better than others. So, anyways, you got these two choices. All right, so you can either choose. Let's say, okay, let me put it this way: it's summertime. All right, it's hot out. You got water, pop, alcohol, and this obvious answer. If you want to stay hydrated, you're gonna choose water. But if you're a person who doesn't like water or not used to drinking water, you're gonna choose pop. Or if you're a person who likes to drink, or, and no disrespect, no offense, if you're alcoholic, you're gonna choose the alcohol. Okay, and this is why this is an example of like how God gives us, free will and tells us about the things that we should do. We should do, but whatever choice that you faces, whatever choice that you choose, just make sure that you can own up to the consequences behind those actions, because every action has a consequence. Just like in this life, life is what you make it. That's what you make. That's what you get out of it. You know, we don't always get what we want, and sometimes we always don't get what we ask for. But be careful what you ask for, because you might just get it. Okay. So next thing you know, you go to the hospital. Now you having all these problems and stuff too, because you're constantly intoxicated. You're drinking so much alcohol you can't stop and stuff. Next, you got all these problems and stuff, and now you're looking back and stuff. Man, if I would have just chose like healthier choices, maybe I wouldn't regret how bad my health is. Maybe my health could have been better if I would have choose better choices. It's just the same thing about us when we make decisions in our life and stuff, and we bring people into our lives. You have to understand something, that every action has a consequence behind it. Every action has a consequence and stuff. And then, you end up marrying the wrong person, or you end up dating the wrong person. Turns out that they're a cheater, that, they're no good and stuff. They just use you for your money. They abuse you emotionally, physically, mentally, just different types of abuse. That also be another regret. And you look back and say, man, maybe I should never got with that guy. Maybe I should never got with that woman. You just go back and look about it. So some of the things that, God talks about. It just says the Bible gives much instruction that, if followed, will result in fewer regrets. I'm just reading a statement from a special article that talks about some of this stuff. God commands and boundaries are written down for us in His Word, and the more we adhere to them, the less we have to regret. However, in God's grace and mercy, He also provided a way to deal with regrets when we have not lived as wisely as He wants us to. And and once again, we all are human beings. We all make mistakes, and that's part of us being human. But like I said, life is what you make it. And you can find, you can read more about that line that I read in Psalms 51 verses 12. In considering what the Bible says about regrets, we should start with the fact that in a couple of places we are told that God regretted an action he took. The Hebrew root for the word regret actually means to sigh. Since we know God does not make mistakes, the concept of sighing is more descriptive term for the kind of regret God experiences. Okay. Um, Genesis 6 through 7 says that after seeing the wickedness on earth, God regretted making man. This does not mean that the Lord felt that he made a mistake in creating human beings, but that his heart was sorrowful as he witnessed the direction they were going to. Basically saying that we all been put here for a reason, but we all, at the end of the day, humanity has turned their backs on God, and like I said, and that's why you have all this evil and wickedness and stuff on earth and stuff too, because man controlled the world. This is Satan's world, okay? And humanity basically said, forget God, I'm going to be about the world, I'm going to be about this, I'm going to be about that. And then we come back and we look at our lives, and we look at how we live. And one of my other YouTube videos talked about a while back. If you go on my channel and look, there's a video on there that talks about you will die the same way you lived. I think I got 2 videos about that, and it just explains about how you are as a person, how you lived your life and stuff. Did you live it, good? Did you live it? Of course, we all make mistakes. Like, how did you live? Were you a nice, generous person and stuff? Were you easily to be taken advantage of? Did you take advantage of others and stuff? Did you lie, steal, cheat, fabricate? Did you mistreat others and stuff? That's basically about how you lived your life. And when you go back, and it's the same thing on Day of Judgment. When you hit Day of Judgment, you're gonna have full regrets. You're gonna be wondering why your life is the way it is. This is why God tells us, pray, pray, pray. Put Him first. And then some other things it just says here, where it talks about, it says, if we were seeking the Lord at the time, nothing was wasted, and He can use even our immature decisions for good. If we trust in Him, we can forgive ourselves for our immature decisions and purpose to grow wiser from what we've learned. In Philippians 3, chapter 3 through 13. And then they talk about the story about how Peter and, Judas supposedly deceived Jesus, betrayed him. And it says about how Peter is one biblical example of someone who deeply regretted a foolish decision. Although Peter was committed to Jesus, his fear made him run away when the soldiers came to arrest him, and he later denied his Lord. His actions did not come from a desire to sin, but from impulse, spiritual immaturity, and fear. He deeply regretted his actions and wept bitterly. Luke 22 through 62. So that's just like some basic things about, have you ever, in this video, ask yourself this question. Have you ever made a decision that you regretted so much and wish you hadn't made it and stuff? Or have you said stuff, I don't have no regrets and stuff about how I live, what happened, just give it to the Lord and stuff. That's just a question that you ask yourself. Have you ever put yourself in a position where you've regretted things so much? Have made decisions in my life. Like I said, nobody's perfect, not even myself. We all make mistakes, and that's all part of us being human. So that's basically what this video is about. Try to think before you make decisions. Like I said, I understand stuff happens and we can't turn back time and everything, but just think about decisions before you make them. Because life is what you make it. And once you make a decision, make sure it's a decision that you want, that you can deal with. If you can handle the actions behind the consequences. If you can handle the actions behind the consequence, then you'll be free to make whatever decision that you want. But God gives us free will, and God deeply explains this. So, with all that being said, just think about some of these things. I will be posting another special video later on about more stuff going on in the world, and you guys all just think about this. Just regrets about decisions that you make. With anything that you do in this world. With anything, you don't want to regret it later. All right, guys. I'll be back with another video, and you guys stay blessed and stay safe and take care and keep your faith strong. All right.